Hey there, everyone. Thanks for watching. So, got the idea for this video after reading some of the comments from some of our past videos. Many of you've read our book. You sort of been following this channel for a little bit, and I don't know if I just don't know if you appreciate kind of the struggle that we went through to get where we are today. So, I thought I would just outline for you the 5 steps that we executed because they're not unique. They're not anything crazy outstanding, but they are 5 that we executed. We executed them together, and I just think it's good to sometimes go back and just look at the basics. So I'm going to consider this video kind of a basic one rental at a time video. It's kind of really the foundation of our journey. Our book, One Rental at a Time, which you can get on Amazon, is the journey. But it's these 5 basics that were the foundation that really got us on our journey. And before I get into them, they do need to be executed for maximum benefit in order, meaning they feed on each other. If you executed the 5 steps but in the wrong order, it really wouldn't have that compounding effect that's important. So let me bring them up. Let's talk about it, and we will do that together. So let's do it. All right, let's make this a little bigger for you. So again, this is, again, the 5 steps to a better financial future. And if you do this long enough, not only a better financial future, but these are the 5 steps that can get you to financial freedom. Again, if you want financial freedom, you're willing to execute these 5 steps in order, you're willing to do them together if you're in a relationship, it gives you the best opportunity. So let's get started. Number 1, you need to ruthlessly cut expenses, and you need to keep expenses low. If you've followed this channel for any length of time, you have heard me talk about some personal stories that were not fun. And I only share those with you because I want what's best for you. And if you want financial freedom, like so many of you tell me, y'all need to stop being fancy. You need to pull out your credit card statement. In fact, do this right after this video. Pull out your credit card statement for the last 90 days. And then I want you to go through every line item and put a W or an N next to every single line item. A W equals a want, and an N equals a need. But here's the trick. You need to be able to tell your significant other or someone to review the list with you, because too many of us lie to ourselves, right? You take a want, new pair of shoes, and tell yourself it's a need because you got a big business meeting the next day when you already have 13 pairs of shoes you've never worn. So go get your credit card statement for 90 days, take out a pen, put an N or a W next to each one, and then review that list with someone you trust who's going to make sure you're not lying to yourself. If you're like me, up until I was 30, I was spending every penny we had on lots and lots of wants. I could have very easily saved more money and didn't. I didn't have the right mindset. I wasn't, frankly, thinking of the future, right? I was barely thinking of tomorrow. So again, cutting expenses, keeping expenses low. You've talked about and heard about our sacrifices. We write them in the book that got us there. So again, I wish it was easier. I wish I didn't have to start this with sacrifice, but this is the biggest step to getting you to financial freedom. And too many of us may start okay, but over time you will let expenses get away from you once you start making a little headway or a little success. So be careful. Number 2, now it's time to look at your day job, right? If you work 8 to 6 or 9 to 5 or whatever that is for you, in this job market with 3.5% unemployment, it's time to get a little frisky. Ask for a raise. Look for more options. if you're so inclined and you have the flexibility, go get a commission-based job. That is something that served us well because, again, you'll live on your base, and then you could take 100% of your commission and save it, and then you'll see what we'll do with that next. But again, you need to figure out a way to increase your day job. Is it extra hours? Is it overtime? Is it a special project? Is it simply asking for a raise? Is it a promotion? Is it changing jobs? Again, remember, this is step 2, which comes after cutting expenses and understanding what's going on. Number 3, now it's time to save, save, save. You need to find ways to save. So you're going to stop buying your wants, save that money. You're going to get a raise, save that money. You're going to get some commission, save that money, right? So you are going to earn, save, and next will be invest. But here's the deal. You save, again, by step 1, lowering your expenses. Step 2, increase that revenue. Step 3, you have that bigger gap. It's really, really simple math. It's not even algebra. This is simple math. Raise income, lower expenses, and save, save, save. Okay, number 4, this is where I come in. This is what I can do for you. I can't do any of the first 3. The first 3 are 100% up to you. But if you are now whacking your expenses, you've increased your top line number, you are actually saving, and you're ready to start investing, good news. While you're doing that, because it will take time, I can help you learn your market. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what market to pick or what asset type to pick. That's up to you. What I can teach you is how to learn your market. I suggest going to our playlist, student reviews, and checking out what some other students have done and see what focus has brought to them. If you're willing to do that and you're willing to spend the next 30, 45, 60 days looking every day, you're going to quickly understand what is average for your market. And once you understand what average is for your market, you'll also know what is bad, what is good, and what is great. And I tell you this, if you only did good or great deals for the next 10 years, you're going to be light years ahead of the competition. For example, if average for your market's 5% and you're doing 7% or 7.5% deals, you're instantly going to be getting a better return, more cash flow than anyone else in your market. Only 1 or 2% of listings ever available at one time are good or great. They're not there very often. Yeah, sure, from 2010 to 12, they were all over the place, but guess what? We're not there anymore, and we likely won't be there again for decades. That was a very artificial market that was caused by some bad lending practices that I hope don't happen again. But again, if you're serious and you're doing step 1, 2, and 3, you might as well learn your market. There's a link in this video below. Take a look at it. Just look at the outline. Spend an hour watching the other interviews and really see what students are doing to make their investments a better decision. All right, this is the one that trips people up. In theory or in logic, this is the easiest one. But I have seen this trip people up the most. And it's, you have to hold on tight. You got to keep in the fight for 10 years. Don't tell me how hard it is to sacrifice for 10 years. We did it for 15, and I know it's hard. It's emotionally draining. You are going to have bad days. But if you can do the first 4, lower your expenses, keep them low, increase your income, save, 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 learn your market, make good or great investments. All you got to do is for 10 years and you're golden. Your expenses are low. You have multiple assets producing cash flow, and you are guaranteed to have a better financial future. And if you're lucky, you can have financial freedom. I guarantee you these 5 steps will help you have a better financial future. So hopefully you like that. If you're still watching and you haven't subscribed to this channel, do me a favor. Hit that little subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. I know it's a vanity metric, but hey, it makes me feel better when I see the subscriber growth grow. hit that like button. And if you have questions, make sure you leave them below. I have subscriber questions that I'm now collecting every day or every other day and answering for you all. So I'd love to hear what's on your mind. All right, I hope you like that. So again, 5 steps to guarantee a better financial future. Hope you like that. Sorry for the little glare on the glass here. I am in Taiwan on a Wi-Fi that's not the best. So hopefully this works for you. All right, everybody, have a great day. Take care.